Hivesville Hotel. It used to be called Proston Hotel, and I was here at the age of 1 in 1950 when my father, mother and grandmother were the publicans here. I couldn't work out why on the photos I have it was called the Proston Hotel, even though it's in Hivesville and Proston is up the road. But Nicole, who's now the publican here, has told me that they changed it from Proston Hotel to Hivesville Hotel because people coming on the railway line would think that this was Proston and not Hivesville when they saw that it was the Proston Hotel. The story about that, I don't remember living here, of course, being one, but the story I was told by my dad was that one day I could walk, obviously, I walked out of the hotel, I walked across the road to the railway line over there, and I stood in the middle of the railway line as a train came towards us, towards me. So he dashed out of the pub, crossed the road. He reckons he ran faster than anybody who won the stall gift at the time, which was one of his dreams, and he picked me up and got me off the railway line. I don't think I was any real danger of being run over by the train, but as a result of that, he and as a lesson to me, he tied me to the stairs inside the hotel, put a harness on me, he tied me to the stairs, and he said, run that way, and I ran that way, and I fell over. And then I picked myself up, and then he said, run that way, and I ran that way, and I ran to the end of the rope, and I fell over again and picked myself up. I believe I was tied up for a number of weeks, but that probably was an exaggeration. So the only other thing I remember about this kind of pub was that in the 50s, after the war, beer was rationed. It was impossible to find bottled beer, but when the beer ran out in the pub, everybody in the pub, the drinkers and the publicans, would get in their cars and go to the next town further out until that ran out of beer. So I do remember driving and people having drinks along the way. There was another time when I would, they'd have a beer and I'd be in the car having a sarsaparilla, but I had so many sarsaparillas that I threw up a black vomit. And that's the story of being 1 year old in the Hivesville Hotel, now called the Hivesville Hotel, but formerly the Proston Hotel, built by the Hives family, who owned all the land around here and built the pub apparently in the 1930s. C'est la vie. Ready? So here in the staircase, that was the scene of my imprisonment for I don't know how many weeks, but I was tied to this and I had a rope that went a certain distance. I was in a child harness, and I could run one way, fall over, run the other way, fall over, and then I learnt that this is where I had to stay. My father made the point very bluntly, and I'm sure it scarred me psychologically for life, but I don't know how exactly, well, as far as I know, but I haven't spoken to anybody psychologically about that. But here it is, still here.